time for some Monday Night Football as these two teams put home field advantage in the first round of the playoffs on the line. It's the 4-3 New York Knights hosting the 4-2 Orlando Intimidators here on the New York Night Radio Network 1000 KDUB Overtime Radio. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Kevin Irvine. These two teams have a long history, and we're about to write another chapter. Let's head down to the field for tonight's coin toss.
This is it. How you been? We'll take heads. Will receive.
The Knights have won the toss and select to receive.
New York wants the football. They want to get off to a rocking start as they have in all three of their home openers. A tough loss last week, 36-34 to Baltimore. New York trying to put a two-game slide out of their minds as we're underway. From Buffalo, and the deep kick from Franklin Reese goes all the way back to the 1-yard line, and New York returns just out past the 20 to the 23, and we're underway here on the SFL Network on Twitch and the New York Night Radio Network, the home finale for New York. Like Kahlua, they are off next week. But got word last night from the league office that the Knights have clinched a playoff spot. They will be either the number 3 or the number 2 seed, and a 15/16th chance that they will play Orlando in the first round as the counter goes to Heachel up the middle. Heachel, a couple of spin moves, picks up 5 and a solid start for the little Dynamo. On the line tonight is who's going to host that game. If Orlando wins, they clinch the number 2 seed and would host New York in the first round. If New York wins, they would host Orlando, more than likely a 7/8 chance. There is a sneaky chance that Kahlua could end up coming here a couple of weeks from now. And that, I think, would certainly be to the benefit of New York after they pounded that team 55-6 earlier in the year. Stephen Lambert on the Heachel tackle. Heachel picks up 3 to bring up a 3rd down and 2. So 2 carries, 8 yards to start the game. At the 31-yard line, 3 in the backfield and a wide receiver. They're going to hand it off to Heachel. And Heachel gets 3 straight carries and will not pick up a first down. So a 3 and out for New York to start this ball game, and Orlando's defense makes a statement.
Oh yeah, punter, I'm coming. I'm blocking this.
3 carries, 9 yards to start the night for Heachel as New York kicks it away. And they will not be off to a monster start tonight, it would appear, as New York Orlando, mind you, returns to the 32-yard line with 11:18 to go in the first quarter. The last time Orlando visited New York, it was for a semifinal matchup in last summer's playoffs. An injury to Chris Taylor for Orlando hurt their passing attack and their offense in general, and they fell in that game 38-17 after a strong start. New York ended up winning the championship game over Oklahoma City 1 week later, and Walker starts tonight out of the shotgun with 4 wide receivers, and they will pass, and that pass is off the hands of the intended receiver, Thomas Gunner, and incomplete. And it brings up 2nd down and 10. Thomas Gunner got off to a hot start this year, but has cooled off. 659 yards and 6 touchdowns, although is 6th in the league in receiving as a rookie, trailing his teammate Lorenzo Allen by 40 yards. 2nd and 10 at the 32. New York stacks the box with 8. Zach Parker in the backfield. Walker's going to throw again. He's going to swing it outside. A lot of room for the fullback as he gets up to the 39-yard line. A 7-yard pickup on Kevin Walker's first completion of the night. It's 3rd down and 3 at the 39. New York in their home gold helmets, charcoal-colored uniforms, gold pants with the red numbers, and light white trim. Orlando on the road, white helmets, white jerseys, gold pants with the gold numbers, the dark blue and white trim. 2 wide receivers on a 3rd and 3. Walker will throw. That pass is caught. First down, gain of 4 to the 43. So New York runs it 3 straight times, gets 9 yards, has to punt. Orlando throws it 3 straight times, gets 11 yards, and picks up a first down. Let's meet your Jeep built like a champion defensive starters for the New York Knights. At linebacker on the outside, number 50, Bobby Law. Number 55, DJ McCoo. Cornerback is number 32, Isaac Wallace. The strong safety, number 45, Marco Silva. And the free safety is number 0, Isaac Holt, as that tackle made by McCoo. No gain on the play. Zach Parker's first carry. McCoo, last week, a sensational effort, a career-high performance, 15 tackles. It's also the high for this season of any player. He has 46 tackles, 16 assisted, 2 passes defended, 12 tackles for loss this year. 2nd and 10. Walker airs it deep. What a throw! Touchdown Orlando! Lorenzo Allen on the receiving end. Kevin Walker wound up and fired a perfect throw. And New York's defense stunned as they complete the pass over the head of the former Intimidator Isaac Wallace, and it's 6-0 early for the Intimidators. What a start for Orlando. Kevin Walker let it rip. That might be the longest pass of the season as far as distance from quarterback to receiver. And on the money, a top play nominee, and unfortunately for New York, it goes against them as the extra point is good for Orlando and Franklin Reese, the kicker. 9:40 to go in the first quarter. Orlando has jumped out early. 7-0. We welcome into the chat room this evening Don Techt, New York Knights, TJ Kagas of LT Paternity and X Factor 56. We hope to be joined by more of your friends shortly. Reese will kick it deep. Not the start New York was hoping for from the 1-yard line. Knights out on the return again. Gets to the 23-yard line before being swallowed up by a host of tacklers on the Intimidators. As mentioned, Orlando got out to a quick start in that playoff game loss. That game was played back September 2nd, 2013, so a little over a year ago. Orlando had a 10-7 lead in that ball game, and Isaac Perez, who's still on the team, had the first touchdown for Kevin Walker. Orlando's defense is shifting all over the field, and they were offside as St. Clair throws it down the field complete, short of the first down. It'll be interesting to see if New York takes yards off the board to replay first down. Donald Miller on the catch. That was a bizarre look out of Orlando's defense.
Neutral zone infraction, number 26. Deep, the penalty is declined.
And the penalty is declined. Probably smart there on Orlando to not take yards, or by New York, to not take yards off the board. Miller with the 8-yard grab. The first passing play of the day for the Knights. Orlando's defense definitely confused on that last play. Two receivers set. Heachel in the backfield. 4-3 look. Heachel takes the handoff up the middle. Heachel's got a New York Knight first down. And let's take a look at the Jeep built like a champion starting offensive lineup for New York. The quarterback is number 3, Wes St. Clair, who had a rough week last week with 3 interceptions. Running back number 33, Park Heachel. The receivers, number 82, Jake Legacy. Number 84, Donald Miller. And the tight end is number 83, Brock Studwell. 1st and 10 from the 34. It's a toss out to Heachel left. And Heachel fumbled the football. It is recovered by New York, and they catch a break. Gain of only 1, but Orlando's defense is trying to hold Heat Shoal down as best they can and have done a solid job up to this point.
2nd and 9 from your Knights, 35-yard line.
Heat Shoal already has one fumble this season, and New York did not recover that time. They were more fortunate here tonight. Three backs in the backfield. Heat Shoal is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Only 2.5 yards on carry, 15 yards so far. 3rd down and 9 for New York's offense. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. New York does not want to go into the playoffs on a 3-game losing streak on the road against the defending champs. This is an important game for them this evening. 2 receivers set. Heat Shoal in the backfield. St. Clair back to throw. St. Clair going deep down the middle. It is tipped away and incomplete. Stanley Parchman dove to make the play, and early on Orlando was just playing smarter football. They had that well defended, and New York will have to punt for the 2nd consecutive time as Parchman laid out for that one. He just wanted it more. The intended receiver was Studwell, which if it would have been completed, that would have been a touchdown. Studwell had beaten the defense. So 4th down and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Lane is deep to receive.
7:46 to go, and
I'm gonna block the punt.
this is not the start the fans at Metro Stadium are used to out of this team. From the 29-28-yard line, Orlando on the return up to the 32, and that's where Orlando will begin their 2nd possession of the quarter. So Orlando's 4-2. They clinch the number 2 seed if they win tonight. If they lose tonight, they have a small chance, a 1/8 chance, which is 12.5%, of missing the playoffs, depending upon how badly Grand Rapids beats them next week. If they win next week, then they're in and they're fine. Hand off to Zach Parker, a pickup of 3 to the 34, 2nd and 7. .722 first quarter. Kevin Walker, an impressive start. Walker has turned it on after he had a horrible start to his 3rd season on this team. After throwing 14 interceptions in 3 weeks, he's thrown 0 interceptions in the last 2 weeks as Zach Parker gets the carry on 2nd down and picks up 2, 3rd and 5. Walker in the last 2 weeks, a 132 and a 102 rating. A combined 51 for 70 passing for 441 yards, 6 touchdowns, and no interceptions. Now it's a 3rd down and 5, a 4-3 set for New York, and a 3-step drop back. Walker has a throw! Quarterback pressure gets to Walker, and the Knights defense gets their first stop of the night. It's 4th down. Clash of the champions tonight. New York, the winners of the Summer 2013 title. Orlando, the winners of the Winter 2014 title. Who will claim the Summer 2014 crown in Kahlua as New York planted at the 30. New York won their championship in Orlando. Orlando won their championship in New York. Championship game this year in Kahlua. First and 10 of the 30, halfway through the first quarter. 2 in the backfield, 3 receivers, 1 in the slot. Orlando poses a 3-4 set, and they hand it off on a stretch to Heat Shoal. Heat Shoal around the side. There is a penalty marker, and Parchman gives them an elbow at about the 33. Let's check the flag.
Holding, number 68, offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat, first down.
That hurts. A holding penalty on New York is going to bring up a 1st and 20 back at the 20-yard line, and New York in a bit of a slump. They've lost 3 games by a combined 7 points and have lost the last 2 by a combined 4 points. A 16-14 loss on the road in which they gave up a game-winning field goal against Grand Rapids, who looks like they are not probably going to make the playoffs this year, and then lost 36-34 here at home. The toss play out to Heachol. Heachol's got a burst of speed. Heachol in the open field to the 50. One man to beat, trying to catch him to the 20. Oh, Dynamo is too quick. It's a New York touchdown. Touchdown, Knights. The dynamic 5'8" running back on the toss, blocks picked up, Parchman spun out of his shoes. That's all it takes as Rodney Woods looks like a fool trying to catch up with him. It's hard to tell who the most improved player is this season, West St. Clair or Park Heachol. Heachol coming into the night, 1,000 yards rushing, 10-10 to be exact, 10 tackles. He now has 11 and is tied with Pete Bruschi for the league lead, as the extra point for New York is good. Heachol in 2 years at Kahlua combined to run for 1,075 yards. He has eclipsed that total this season with that run here in New York, nearly 1,100 yards. Congratulations to Park Heachol. Man, 11 touchdowns on the ground this season. Doesn't even count his touchdowns through the air. Zach Parker holds the record, if you're curious, of touchdowns by a running back with 14. But with that run from Heachol, if you combine his 2 touchdowns, passing and receiving and rushing, I should say, he should have the record for running back scores. 1st and 10 from the 30, 5:34 to go in the first. 3 wide receiver set. And the handoff goes to Zach Parker, who gets nothing. Tackled down by the ankles. Heachol, 95 yards, 80 on that last burst. If you're just joining us, Orlando's Kevin Walker fired deep, and I mean deep down the field, to a Lorenzo Allen who was streaking down the left-hand side to take a 7-0 lead. Park Heachol, following a holding penalty, scores on an 80-yard touchdown toss around the left-hand side as Zach Parker picks up 4, and that's where we stand. We're tied at 7. .445 remaining in the first quarter. Orlando's offense includes Kevin Walker, number 9, Zach Parker, number 35, Lorenzo Allen, number 44, Thomas Gunner, number 89, and tight end Isaac Perez, number 36. Walker to throw on 3rd down. Walker pressure and sacked! Last drive, Walker was hit as he threw on 3rd down, and this time he goes down for good. Luke Johnson with the play, and a 4th down. Orlando, they'll have to punt it away, and New York is heating up. Down to 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Both teams have already had 3 possessions. They have been quick possessions. New York comes after the punt, can't get to it. Knights from the 35 on the return. Nothing to the 37-yard line. CasualAdultGamers.com is an official partner of the Simulation Football League. Find out how you can join the greatest NFL league ever assembled on All-Pro Football 2K8 for the Xbox 360. CasualAdultGamers.com. 7 carries, 95 yards for Heat Chol, 80 on that one burst, 6 for 15 before that. I formation, Heat Chol going to get it again. And Heat Chol this time is buried, only a 1-yard gain. And some fighting going on the outside with A.J. Lacoste and Jake Legacy, it appeared. Second down, 9 yards to go. Orlando's defense includes inside linebacker number 92, Stephen Lambert. The corners are number 26, Rodney Woods. Number 47, A.J. Lacoste. The strong safety is number 37, Stanley Parchman. Two receivers, one to either side. Heat Chol's going to get another carry. Trying to extend the play, and a vicious hit put on at the 35-yard line. Heat Chol was slow to get up. He got cracked. A loss of 3 on the play. It appears Heat Chol is okay, but he can't take too many of those tonight. Got to stay healthy. 3rd down and 12. It's interesting. New York was pondering benching some starters tonight to avoid injury since they had clinched. Decided against it, wanted a home playoff game. Down the middle of the field, that pass is complete, but only a gain of 9 yards. That's Jake Legacy. No, check that. The slot receiver with his first catch of the night, Holloway. And New York's going to have to punt. A 3 and out, 4th and 3 at the 44. So what's the next night home game? Brought to you by Southern Tier Brewing Company, the official brew of Metro Stadium. If New York wins, they'll get another. The final of the season, a semifinal matchup to take place here against Orlando either Saturday at noon or Monday at 6 next week. If the Knights win, that would be your home finale. Otherwise, this is the next home game announcement, brought to you by Southern Tier Brewing Company, the official brew of Metro Stadium. Oklahoma City might argue that they have better beer. I think New York would politely or maybe impolitely disagree. 1st and 10 from the 22. 2:08 to go in the first. 2 receivers set, 1 to either side. New York's corners back off. Silva creeps up closer to the line. Zach Parker, handoff, breaks a tackle, picks up 3. But Zach Parker, I was just about to mention, only 2.2 yards a carry. Has not been able to break one out for very long against the Knight defense so far, and it's 2nd and 7 at the 25.
2nd and 7 from the Intimidator, 26 yards.
2 wide receivers. Gunner in the slot, Allen top of the screen. Walker back to pass. Walker looking and just gets the throw away. Narrowly intercepted. Gunner the intended receiver. Walker was looking for one of the 2 and neither was open. Tried to force one in there and he's lucky that it fell harmlessly to the turf. Here at Metro, 3rd and 7. Orlando's offense has struggled a bit since throwing that touchdown to Lorenzo Allen. 92 seconds to go in the first quarter. A 4-deck Metro Stadium on their feet. 4 wide receivers, doubles formation. Walker down the middle. Oh, what a big hit! Took a shot over the middle of the field, did Williamson, and it's 4th down again. Orlando, 3 consecutive punts. As the New York defense stands tall. And they should end up with pretty good field position after this punt. New York, boy, they nearly got it. 36-yard line and a return of 3 up to the 39. Neither one of these teams want to go to the other's house. Both teams are 2-1 at home this season. In fact, home teams now this year are 17 and 12, I believe. Heat Chol on the carry, picks up 6. 17 and 11. Heat Shoal now 100 yards on 10 carries. Second down and 4 at the New York 45. 1 minute to go in the first quarter.
Your Knights, 46-yard.
Orlando 7, Knights 7. A very competitive first quarter here. Each team has a penalty. Neither has a turnover. Heat Shoal cuts it back up the middle, picks up just 1. Brings up third down and 3 as Lambert helps his teammate up. And hopefully a third down conversion may be the final play of this first quarter. 2 receivers, that's Legacy in the slot, Miller top of the screen, and Orlando playing tight. Got 10 players on the screen right now. They swing it outside to Heat Shoal, and he breaks a tackle and picks up a nice first down, still going. Took another vicious hit at the Orlando 44, but not before moving the chains. First down, Knights. Park Heat Shoal making it happen. 1, 2, 3, and then finally smacked out of bounds. Rodney Woods, the man who couldn't make the initial tackle. First and 10 of the 44. Legacy top of the screen, down to 2 seconds left. New York's going to get another playoff. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Heat Shoal, and he picked up just 1. 12 carries in the opening quarter. Stephen Lambert on the tackle, and that's the end of 1. We're here at Metro Stadium, the Knights and Intimidators battling for the number 2 spot in this year's playoffs. This is Night Radio 1000 KDUB, and we'll be right back after a word from our night sponsors.
Call me a fool for searching. Nessie doesn't want to be found. But I've got the new Garmin Combo with the clearest scanning sonar images on the water. I can see Nessie's home and all the wee fish in crisp detail. I mean, look at it, look. It's her. You are real. You do exist.
The NRA is a dedicated group of over 4 million Americans working to protect your Second Amendment rights. And the NRA store is your official source for NRA gear. You'll find range bags, hats, clothing, home and office decor, tactical and shooting gear, gun cases, books, and much, much more. And 100% of NRA store profits go directly to support vital NRA programs. Visit nrastore.com or call for a free catalog.
New York Night Football on 1000 KDUB is brought to you by the Wounded Warrior Project. A decade of service, a lifetime of commitment. By Gatorade, is it in you? By Jeep, built free. And by the National Rifle Association. Start of the second quarter. From New York, a 7-7 ball game. As the handoff goes to Heat Shoal. Heat Shoal breaks a tackle and gets a few more up to the 37. They are wearing him out in the first half. Third down and 3. Outside of field goal range, his 13th carry. Down 3, handoff to Heat Shoal, and he got blasted at the 40-yard line. Stephen Lambert, 3 consecutive tackles, ends a New York Night drive, and the Knights will come up empty, and they'll have to kick it away, and both defenses have been impressive in this first half. The two teams both average over 31 points per game, second and third in the league, respectively, with New York holding that slight advantage. This kick down to the 6 and will bounce into the end zone.
First and 10. From the Intimidator. On the yard.
First down and 10 at the 20 now for Orlando. 11:53 to go in the first half. 4 wide receivers. We're tied at 7 for Metro Stadium on Monday Night Football on the SFL Network as Zach Parker takes it on a draw. Parker breaks it free. Zach Parker, another missed tackle, and then a block. Parker 40. Parker 30. He is going to outrun the defense, and Orlando has a big run of their own. Touchdown in the opening drive. Heat Shoal, I match your 80-yard score, says Zach Parker, as New York once again down by 6. This time, though, Zach Parker does it with strength. Look at this late block picked up there, and it looked like New York might have taken a poor angle, and the Knights defense shocked again with a big play. This has been a big play first half, 13-7. And Zach Parker, who had not had a run of maybe over 5 yards in this first half, gets a monster play to break the streak of 3 consecutive punts by Orlando's offense. And this game is going quick. Already 5 possessions for both teams. The extra point from Franklin Reese is good.
The extra point is good. The Intimidator to kick off. Holloway back for the return.
Franklin Reese will kick it away. As New York returns to the 22-yard line. So 14-7 Orlando. New York a little shell-shocked by Zach Parker's big run as as Orlando gives the Knights another punch. Park Heat Shoal's turn. Heat Shoal, though, only picks up 2, and Stephen Lambert is there. The 4th consecutive tackle for Stephen Lambert on Park Heat Shoal, now has 5 total. A pickup of just 2 yards to the 24. Only 3 games left in the regular season, and it starts next Saturday as the Oklahoma City Renegades, eliminated, will have a chance to upset the Baltimore Crabs and potentially help. Before I explain, Park Heat Shoal is broken open again. Heat Shoal to the Orlando 41. First down, New York. You gotta love when Heat Shoal can stop you mid-sentence with a big play. Park Heat Shoal running amok on this Orlando defense. Baltimore trying to get the SFL's first perfect season as they will take on Oklahoma City, noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. Does have a slight storyline in terms of playoff seeding, in terms of Kahlua and what could happen with that team. But it will be a matchup of the league's top 2 running backs, so something you won't want to miss. 2 receivers in Heat Shoal in the backfield, 2nd and 7 at the 38. Orlando has done a wishy-washy job of defending Heat Shoal tonight as Heat Shoal takes it up the middle and picks up nearly a first down, a 6-yard pickup Now 149 yards in the first half for Heat. Scholl does have a fumble. It was recovered by New York. And 1 touchdown. And that is another storyline that has failed to really take, or has really not been noticed up to this point. Thanks Eric Barkley for pointing it out, as Heat Scholl's going to get another first down. A.J. Lacoste and Rodney Woods were the 2 starting corners on New York's championship team last summer, and they now are the 2 starting corners for Orlando. 1st and 10 at the Orlando 29, 9:08 to go in the first half. 2 receivers and 2 backs split behind St. Clair. And St. Clair, 3-step drop. He throws a deep ball wide up and down. Miller, touchdown, New York! It's a 1-point game once again. The offenses are starting to roll here in the first half. Didn't matter who the starting corner was on that play for Orlando. Donald Miller just too quick. And Donald Miller has really come on as of late. That's his 4th touchdown of the season. Had a very productive week last week. Coming into the game, 404 yards on 34 grabs this season. Targeted 44 times. And St. Clair has his first touchdown pass to his name. Both quarterbacks, 1 touchdown, no interceptions in the first half. And it's Orlando 14, New York 14 with 8:59 to go in the second quarter. This is a fun matchup. No doubt about it. Orlando on the return, up to the 8. We've seen some heavy hits tonight by the defense as well. Both teams have given up big plays, but minus the big plays, which are the 4 touchdowns on the board, we really have not seen bad defense tonight. 8:55 to go in the first half. These are just 2 explosive offenses looking for a playoff spot. Looking for a first-round home playoff game as well. And off to Zach Parker. He is stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. They say he got back there. Parker, 93 yards. 80 on his touchdown carry. 2nd and 10 after the Shelton tackle. The rest of the games next week. Sunday night is Walsh Bowl 6 as Grand Rapids tries to keep their slim playoff hopes alive with a victory. Sidearm throw from Kevin Walker, and Zach Parker makes a couple of stiff arm moves, even pushed down Wes St. Clair on the bench to bring up a 3rd down and 6. If New York wins tonight, it spells trouble for Grand Rapids. Walker back to throw. Walker throws it out to Zach Parker. He is bounced backwards. No gain. It's 4th down. Grand Rapids' only chance to make the playoffs is if New York wins tonight. Oklahoma City takes out Baltimore, although that really doesn't matter in the situation. Grand Rapids wins and San Francisco loses. And then the Rollers would have to beat Orlando. If Orlando loses by 1 point tonight, they'd have to beat them by 13 points. Any bigger loss by New York would benefit Grand Rapids in that final contest. 19 carries, 151 yards for Park Hee-chul. And Orlando stacks the box. 8 in the box on this play. Hee-chul is covered up. Nowhere to go, but Hee-chul still makes something out of it. A pickup of 8 yards. Man, the guy is just lethal. He looked like he was going to be dropped for a loss on that play. Second down and 2 at the 45.
Second and 2 from your Knights, 46-yard line.
Down! Sit!
2 receivers set. Corners are back deep. Hee-chul in the backfield. 3-4 look. Orlando showing pressure. Hee-chul steps aside. Hee-chul. One more broken tackle. He would have been gone. Parchman hits him hard. First down. Knights to the Orlando 46. Hee-chul is just so small, so agile, even in between the tackles. It's just difficult to bring him down. It's going to be a really tough year to determine the MVP, I have to say. 3 wide receiver set as St. Clair's pass to the outside is complete, and New York for the first time tonight is going to go no huddle. Second down and 5 at the Orlando 41. 6:11 to go. Orlando trying to get set. St. Clair back to pass. Down the middle of the field. That pass is caught but tackled 1 and change away from the first down, which is the 36. Ball placed just shy of the 37. 3 wide receivers, third down and 1. St. Clair over the middle again. Wide open, Donald Miller to the 31, takes a big hit. 5:50 to go. 3 receivers set. Miller trots back outside. St. Clair back to throw. St. Clair swings it outside. Narrow. It's intercepted. It is intercepted at the 49-yard line. I was about to say nearly intercepted, but Lane ends up picking it off. He read the route, and Orlando gets the defensive stop, and West St. Clair has his first interception of the night. He threw it right to the defender. St. Clair not used to having defenders jump Hee-chul's little swing pass route, and Orlando makes a crucial play in the first half to regain control in New York territory with Zach Parker in the backfield. First turnover of the day by either team. Kevin Walker back to throw. Walker out to Zach Parker. He makes a man miss in the open field and picks up 3 to the 46-yard line. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe will have your first half highlights, stats, and analysis from the SFL studios in San Antonio, Texas, coming up on the 2K Sports Halftime Report. Second down and 7 from the New York 46. There's DJ McCoo, a bit quiet tonight, as has Bobby Law. Really haven't said his name at all this evening. Marco Silva, Isaac Holt, a quiet night in the secondary as well. Second down at 7 from the 46. Again, a night. Oh, one-handed catch by the fullback. Are you serious? Get out of here with that. Gain of 2 yards for Elisara. That was the prettiest 2-yard play by a fullback in football history. 3rd and 5 at the New York 44. New York pulling out all his stops. 5 in the box for the Knights, expecting a pass. And that is what they'll get. Walker down the middle. It's caught. First down to the 37, Thomas Gunner, who's had a tough time getting open tonight. He makes the play and moves the chains. For daily league updates, visit simulationfl.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels, all at /simulationfl. And create a profile on our forum on our website at simulationfl.com to join the conversation. 3 wide receiver set as Walker throws down the middle again. Allen on the catch. That might be his first since his touchdown early in the first quarter. A pickup of 8 to the night 30. 3:50 to go in the first half, 2nd and 2. And if this is any indication on what the first round of the playoffs is going to be like between these two teams, it's going to be a lot of fun. Three wide receiver set, Walker out of the shotgun. First meeting between the two teams this year. Parker to the right of him. Parker takes it on the draw. Parker's got a first down. Up to the 25-yard line, a 5-yard gain. A 4.5-yard gain, really, and another move of the chains for Orlando.
First and 10 from the Knights, 24 yards.
Two wide receivers, two backs in the backfield. A 4-3 setup. Ball slightly close to the left hash, inside the 25. Neither team has been in the red zone tonight. Too many big plays. Hand off Parker, no gain. There are the running back comparisons. Zach Parker hasn't had as many opportunities, but has done better with the ball in his hands tonight, which is a little hard to believe. New York Knight fans, thanks for being the best in the SFL, and if New York wins, you can get your semifinal tickets for next week's semifinal against Orlando or Kahlua by calling 1-800-KNIGHTS or visiting simulationfl.com. DJ McCoo on the tackle. Third down, 8 at the New York 23. C. Zingers, welcome back. Trips, empty backfield, 5 wide for Walker. They need the 14.5 for the first down. As Walker calling out signals, back to throw, swings it out short, and the tackle is made. 4th and 4, Thomas Gunner can't pick up the first down, never stood a chance. Out of bounds with 2:01 to go, and Franklin Reese will come onto the field for the first time. And we've hit the 2-minute warning. Let's pause. 10 seconds for station identification. The home of champions. This is 1000 KTUB. Night Overtime Radio, Buffalo, New York. A 35-yard field goal for Franklin Reese, who in 2 seasons has never missed a kick. Automatic from the left hash. Low snap, however, nearly blocked. Reese, no problem. Kick is good. 1:56 to go in the first half. Orlando 17, New York 14. And Reese had plenty of leg on that one as it drifted from left to right. Back to action here at Metro Stadium. Orlando 17, New York 14. The Knights are 4-3, but have lost two straight games. Orlando 4-2, right now in control of their own destiny, as is New York, as the Knights get up to the 26-yard line. Virtual Sports Network is an official partner of the Simulation Football League. If you missed my interview with the VSN, you can head to the media section of simulationfl.com to listen to the interview in full. Virtual Sports Network, the SFL's home for video game sports news and information. First and 10 of the 26. This drive starts with a Heat Chol run, and Heat Chol picks up 5, and we'll see how aggressive New York is. 21 carries, a $164 for Park Hee-Chol. This season, Hee-Chol had a 342-yard game, but other than that, a 180-yard game. He nearly has that total this evening.
Down. Sit.
Second down and 5 at the 31, 120 and counting. And the handoff goes to Park Hee-Chol. Cuts it back up the middle. What vision from Hee-Chol to the 37-yard line. First down. 3 wide receiver set. Miller to the bottom of the screen. And the swing out to Hee-Chol past the 40. And tackled by Parchman at the 44. Parchman's been all over the field in the first half, having one of his better games this season. Lacoste better get back on side. Orlando just barely gets set. They swing it out to Hee-Chol in the opposite direction, and Orlando's all over it. We have not seen the swing pass to Hee-Chol in the no-huddle offense work as well as it does in general. 3rd down and 3. They're going to try it one more time. He's got blockers this time out past the 50. Parchman with a big hit and a 1st down and a timeout for New York with 31 seconds to go into Orlando territory. And New York basically saying it's almost impossible to stop that play 3 straight times. Big block on the outside by big number 61, and then Parchman cleans up once again. Two timeouts for New York, 3 for Orlando. New York trailing by a field goal, 17-14. As St. Clair drops back to throw. That pass is caught. That's a 1st down and more. Past the 35 to the 32 and out of bounds. New York could not have asked for a better play there as Williams makes the catch. St. Clair working New York down the field. It'd be a 48-yard field goal from here. 3 wide receiver set. St. Clair back to throw. Goes down the middle of the field. Caught past the 20. Into field goal range to the 17. Timeout New York. And Orlando's defense has let them down a bit on this drive. Holloway with the reception. Making it easy for St. Clair. Absolutely nobody around them. For as good as Orlando is, their defense is not. They give up 27.8 points per game. That's 3rd most in the league, only behind Dallas and Kahlua. Which is why it was such a shocker that Kahlua stomped the Renegades 35-3. Saturday this week. 1st and 10 at the 17. St. Clair down the middle. It is caught at the 8, but no chance to get it in the end zone. And the Knights will wind the clock, call a timeout, and kick a field goal to end the half. Studwell on that last reception. So everything Orlando has done, New York has accomplished almost immediately, and they look to make it a tie ball game heading into the locker room. Dan and Peter will have the call of the field goal. Orlando 17, New York 14. This is Night Radio, 1000 KDUB.
Epstein with a 24-yarder, and it's good! So that'll bring the first half of football to a close as the clubs head to the locker room all tied.
Well, Dan, what do you say? You ready to dive into the 2K Sports halftime show?
A look at our halftime stats here, and boy, look at the difference in passing yards. The Knights should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponents hang in there with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Number 44 is going to come up with a big play here on the deep ball. Have a look. A 56-yard touchdown for the visitors. The Intimidators strike first and go up by 7. Midway through the first, number 33 on the carry here as they work the ground game, and this is a nice run. An 80-yard touchdown for the home team. Answering right back, game tied, 7-all. Number 35 is going to bounce this one to the outside, and look at the execution up front, and he's in the clear. The Knights Now in the second quarter, number 33 would get the carry here. Good blocking up front, and it helped to spring up. A 36-yard play that set up a home team touchdown. Game tied, 14-all. Lane would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. After driving 30 yards on 8 plays, number 86 would come on and connect on the field goal try. The Intimidators connect on the field goal. Still late in the second quarter, the Knights trailing by 3. Williams ran a terrific route here and was able to pull this one in. And that's where we'll have to leave this one. The Knights are keeping it evened up. We're tied 17-all.
Nice job, Dan.
The Intimidators get the ball first to start the second half, and they will have a chance to break the deadlock. It's all tied up here. Let's go down to the field.
It's halftime here in New York, 17-17. Orlando and New York locked in an offensive clash. We'll be back. This is New York Night Radio, 1000 KDUB.
Many of our warriors are returning home from the battlefield, only to face a new war, as they struggle with devastating injuries.
We were quite devastated when we saw how serious their injuries were.
That was a very scary time for me. You're worried to death about your son.
At Wounded Warrior Project, we understand. We're there to help. With a gift of just $19 a month, you can join Wounded Warrior Project. You'll help provide critically needed programs and services that rebuild lives.
Where you go out with one leg and the other leg?
Some of the biggest challenges were what's going to happen. Are we going to be able to stay together and keeping the family together?
When he came home so severely injured, to be a husband and father, that it was so important to him.
Right down there.
The ongoing needs of our wounded and their families will continue for many years to come. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. You can honor and empower those who have sacrificed so much for us.
The soldiers need to know when they're out there fighting for us that there are people back home if the worst happens.
Call now or go online with your gift of just $19 a month, and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket.
The Wounded Warrior Project reached out to us as a family. They reached out to my son, and they never forgot about us. They gave my son hope for the future.
Many of our wounded heroes, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. So join our ranks. Please call or go online right now.
Start of the third quarter here in New York. Orlando 17, New York 17. As Orlando will get the ball to start the second half. And the return, a good one, to up to the 31-yard line. A first half that saw New York tie the ball game 3 different times, but has not taken the lead tonight. Orlando scored on a Lorenzo Allen touchdown to make it 7-0. Park Hee-Chol responded 7-7. Then Zach Parker responded with an 80-yard run of his own, 14-7 Orlando. Zach Parker first down on the first carry of the second half, gain of 11. Then it was West St. Clair to Donald Miller to make it 14-14. An interception from St. Clair turned into an Orlando field goal, and then a drive that pushed New York over 300 yards of offense in the first half. Made it 17-17. 3 receiver set And Walker in the shotgun. Parker to the left-hand side, and Walker drops to pass. And Walker down the field, incomplete. Threw it in traffic. Second down and 10 with 12:22 to go in the third.
Second and 10 from the Intimidator, 43 yards.
Two receivers set. Walker now out of the shotgun. Zach Parker and Parkey Chul have been locked in an intense battle all night tonight as Walker drops to throw. He is pressured. Swings it outside. That pass is caught. 5-yard pickup to the 47. That's Zach Parker in the flat. Third down. Third down, 5 Orlando. They fake the handoff to Parker. They swing it outside. A beautiful pass. Couldn't have thrown it any better. It was covered pretty solidly there as Williamson makes the play. First down and 10 Orlando at the New York 42.
First and 10. Ball at the 41-yard line.
As I said in the chat, fun fact, home teams are 6-0 in the playoffs, including the 2 designated home teams from neutral site championship games as Zach Parker takes the handoff and Parker picks up 7 to the 35. Now 122 yards tonight, 8.7 yards per carry.
Number 50 with the tackle. Second and 3 from the Intimidator, 34 yards.
2 wide receivers, Gunner, bottom of the screen, Allen, top of the screen, and Walker's going to hand off on a counter. Zach Parker breaks a tackle, first down. Parker picks up 5 more as Orlando continues to churn out first downs on their opening possession of the second half, which is working on 3 minutes long. Parker just shedding tacklers. Silva with the stop. McCoo had 6 tackles in the first half.
First and 10.
First down and 10 in Franklin Reese's field goal range at the New York 30. 2 receivers. Parker in the backfield. New York gives up 22 points per game. Evan Walker, a lot of different signals out there, and he swings it short, and Allen can't turn the corner, but he does make the catch for a 4-yard gain. Second down and 6 at the 26-yard line. Haven't really gotten to break either team down today. New York, 422 yards of offense this season, 409.5 for Orlando. They get a bit more done in the passing game. They are actually the league's best passing team, 308 yards per game. But Orlando gives up 410 total yards a game. That is second worst in the league, including 155.8 yards on the ground. On a late blitz, and then they back off. Kevin Walker's pass is caught at the 1. Thomas Gunner in traffic against Marco Silva. Kevin Walker throws a dart, and it's first and goal Orlando as Silva tried to get in to knock the ball away, and he just was unable to.
First and goal from the Knights.
First down goal to go, 9:38 third quarter. 3 receivers set. Zach Parker in the backfield. He takes the handoff and walks into the end zone, and New York starts the second half with a drive that lasts 3.5 minutes long. They score the touchdown and once again pull ahead of the New York Knights, who have not had the lead this evening. They have never never stopped putting their foot on the gas tonight, as Zach Parker gets his 7th touchdown of the season.
Is back for the point after. Doyle on the hold.
Zach Parker had 6 touchdowns last summer and a league record 14 last winter in Orlando's championship season. Now has 7 on the year, and the kick is good. 9:31 to go in the fourth quarter. New York's first lead of the night will have to wait. Intimidators 24, New York 17. For those of you curious, Detroit leading New York 15-7 with 2 minutes to go in the first half as a New York State team in action in football as well tonight. New York on the return up to the 25-yard line. First down and 10 at the New York 25. Can New York continue to answer Orlando's offense? Hand off to Park Heachel up the middle. Heachel's got a lot of space. Picks up 5 to the 31-yard line. Now 176 yards on 23 carries. He's 5 yards away from his second best performance of the season. And as mentioned a bit earlier, Orlando 7th in the league in run defense.
Down. Sit.
Second down and 5 from the 31. Heachel again on the carry. This time only a 1-yard gain. Stephen Lambert there to make the stop. So it's third down 4 from the 31-yard line. A 3 and out here for the Knights would be tough to swallow after the 3.5-minute drive by Orlando's offense. They'd have to put that Knight defense right back out onto the field. Third down and 4. 4 down lineman, 4-2-5 look. St. Clair's pass up the middle in traffic. He caught it at the 38. The sure hands of Donald Miller moves the chains. First down, Knights. Donald Miller just one drop all season. If you're wondering, there's only 2 players in the league this year who have yet to record a drop, as you see Miller's excellent stats tonight. Marcus Campbell and Yuya Iba. In fact, Marcus Campbell has the most sure hands in the league. He never has dropped a pass. As Heachel takes a swing pass, picks up 1 to the 39-yard line. 7:42 to go third quarter. Second down 9 from the 39. Miller with 6 grabs. Legacy, on the other hand, I don't know where he's been this game at all. Park Heachel lost a yard, third and 10. You wonder if Jake Legacy is perhaps losing a step. He has been with Eric Barkley's organizations for quite a long time, has played a lot of football. He's the league's all-time receiver, and despite a down year with just 415 yards and 4 touchdowns, Legacy still sits atop the receiving leaderboards. Still a good 200-plus yards ahead of Freeman Goodspeed. Play action, St. Clair pump fake, now goes down the middle for Studwell, and he is defended harshly down the field by Orlando. They have tried to get Studwell open in this game, and it has been problematic. And New York will end up having to punt it away halfway through the third quarter on a 4th and 10.
Oh yeah, this one's mine! This one's mine!
From the 25, Orlando on the return of the 27.
First and 10 from the intimidating 28-yard.
Sit! You about to get locked up! You about to get locked up! Gun! I got two over here!
First and 10 at the 27 for Orlando as Walker's pass caught. A 17-yard pickup. Gunner with his 4th grab for 52 yards today. Allen only 3 receptions, but for 68 yards and a touchdown. But look at this pass from Walker in between. There's 5 New York Knight defenders on your screen, and the one Intimidator makes the catch.
First and 10 from the Intimidator, 24 yards.
First and 10 of the 44. Parker out of the backfield. Spins off a tackle, breaks another one. Spins off another one. And gets it to the New York 40. Bobby Law eventually brings him down. But Orlando's offense has been absolutely crisp in the second half. New York just poor tackling on that play. I mean, Zach Parker didn't have to do much.
First and 10.
First and 10 of the 45, 50 to go, third quarter. And Orlando is on the move again. 3 receivers for Walker. Out of an empty backfield, back to throw. Walker going down the right-hand side. That's got to be picked off. McCoo just barely saw it coming and at the last minute knocked it away. But that was a floater up the middle of the field. Second down, 10. New York's defense in desperate need of a stop here. Orlando's still outside of field goal range. There's still a shot. Knight showing blitz. They bring one. And that pass is caught by Perez over the outstretched arms of the defender. First and 10 of the New York 25, a pickup of 15. And now Orlando is in field goal range. Watch this grab. Wow, right underneath the hands of the defender. Another tight window for Kevin Walker. First and 10 of the New York 25. Orlando trying to make it back-to-back touchdowns here in the third quarter. 4 wide receivers set, 2 to either side. Zach Parker's going to take the handoff inside, and Parker only picks up 1. There's an update on the running back comparison. Parker still, all in all, having the better day. Both running backs over 7 yards a carry, however. 4:45 to go in the third. 2nd and 9 at the New York 24. Gunner, bottom of the screen. Allen, top of the screen. Walker back to pass. Walker all day going down the middle. It is incomplete, and this time much better defended. Couple of guys in the back of the end zone to knock that down for New York. Thomas Gunner, the intended target. 3rd and 9 from the 24.
Let's go.
Trips now to the bottom of the formation. Defensive line shifts from right to left. 5 in the box. Play action. Walker, short side. Gain of 5, but it will not move the chains. It's Allen's 4th catch of the night. And Franklin Reese will be called on to attempt his 2nd field goal of the night from about 36-37 yards. And the Knights will try to make it 10 straight points in the third quarter. And for the first time tonight, Orlando would be scoring twice before New York was able to counterattack. This kick from 36 yards away is perfect from Reese. He's not going to miss. He's automatic, on the money. 27-17. New York needs an answer from West St. Clair from the 2-yard line. Knights on the return up to the 27. CasualAdultGamers.com is an official partner of the Simulation Football League, and find out how you can join the best NFL league on Xbox 360 for all Pro Football 2K8 at CasualAdultGamers.com. First and 10 of the 27. They even talk some fantasy football, NFL pick'em, lots of stuff over at CAG. Blitz from Orlando. It is exploited. Jake Legacy with the catch. First down to the New York 48. Mr. All Reliable, Jake Legacy. Making constant plays for this organization. The Wounded Warrior Project would like to remind all military members that all night home games you can get a 25% discount off of night's tickets, including if the team hosts the semifinal matchup next weekend against either Orlando or Kahlua. As Heachel picks up one. The Wounded Warrior Project, a decade of service, a lifetime of commitment, and Stephen Lambert has 11 tackles through not even 3 quarters tonight.
Second and 8. Ball at the 50-yard line.
3 wide receiver set. Heachel in the backfield, and St. Clair going to drop to throw. Checks it down to Heachel, and Heachel can't make anybody miss this time. And it'll be 3rd down and 7, just a gain of 2.5 yards. 2:53 to go in the 3rd, still out of scoring position. New York needs a Rockstar Energy drink boost of energy right about now. Trying to avoid their 3rd straight loss. 3 losses by a combined 7 points this year, but they're down by 10. St. Clair back to pass. St. Clair down the field. Triple coverage caught. First down, Studwell. Finally able to make the play in the open field to the Orlando 29-yard line. First down, New York. Studwell in traffic against a couple of non-stars, and you could just see that he towers over the defense. A clutch throw out of West St. Clair. 1st and 10. The Orlando 29, 3 in the backfield with Miller to the top of the screen. And they're going to hand it off to Heachel up the middle, and Heachel picks up a solid 4 to the Orlando 25-yard line.
Pick up a 5 on the play. Number 26 with the tackle.
2nd down and 6, under 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. West St. Clair, a 98.5 rating tonight, 188 yards, has a touchdown and an interception. In total this year, St. Clair, the highest rated quarterback, now 19 touchdowns, 7 interceptions on the season. 3 wide receivers, hand off to Park Heachel, and Heachel is stuffed. A gain of only 1, 3rd down and 5. Stephen Lambert again there for the tackle, his 12th. And it'll be another crucial 3rd down conversion here for New York, who's trying to get into the red zone for the first time tonight. They have the league's #1 red zone offense. They score touchdowns 65% of the time. 3 receivers, 2 in the backfield. A 3-4 look out of Orlando, showing a blitz from the right-hand side. They come with it. Heachel runs up the middle. First down to the Orlando 17, and the New York drive continues. They have been clutch on 3rd down on their 2nd drive of the 3rd quarter. Any points would help New York. Down 2 possessions, 2 receivers and 2 backs. St. Clair under center. 3-4 linebacker shift. And off Heachel on the short side, past the 10 to the 9-yard line, gains 8 yards. 2nd down and 2 at the 9, and that may be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And the chance of Go Knights start for the first time tonight as New York enters into the red zone. And this has been a terrific drive brought to you by Garmin. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. A tight one once again here in Metro, Orlando by 10, New York driving. This is Night Radio 1000 KDUB.
Energy Drink Motocross Nationals. Saturday and Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. All summer long on CHCH.
When you came into this world, you tumbled in head first. All arms and legs, looking everywhere, moving everywhere. You went where your eyes and ears took you. And little by little, you became you. You found tools to satisfy your curiosity because you wanted to see more and do more. And there was something to be found in everything. And little by little, it changed. People told you things, where to go, what to do, what not to do. Little by little, the world started to feel smaller. Only, it isn't. You're still here, and you're still you. The horizons haven't gone anywhere, and the tools you need are right here. So you can throw yourself at the world head first. Again. Introducing the all-new Jeep Cherokee.
New York Night Football on 1000 KDUB Overtime Radio is brought to you by Garmin, by Oakley, by Rockstar Energy Drink, the official energy drink of the New York Knights, and by Southern Tier Brewing Company, the official brew of Metro Stadium. (27-17), Orlando up by 10 on New York. The Knights are trying to avoid their third straight loss and their second straight here at Metro, and trying to avoid a first-round road playoff game. The toss out to Heachel on a 2nd down and 2, taking his time to get to the first down line. I don't know why he stretched that out so far. And it's only a gain of 1. Heachel down to 6.3 yards a carry. Lacoste on the tackle, and it's 3rd and 1. From the 8. As mentioned, the best red zone offense this year, 65% touchdown rate. Legacy top of the screen, Miller bottom of the screen. Knights tight to the line, 7 in the box, handoff Heachel. Oh, he didn't get it! And they'll have to settle for 3 and cut it down to a 7-point deficit. Lambert is there again. Stephen Lambert, coming into the week, had fallen to 3rd in total tackles, 54, but it doesn't mean he's not a good player. 2 sacks, 4 passes defended, 9 tackles for loss. And the extra point is good. I don't know why I say that. The field goal was good. You just get lost in all the statistics that I have on both screens. Orlando 27, New York 20. 11:54 to go in the 4th quarter. Can New York's defense get a stop? They have not stopped Orlando in the second half, and the Knights, or the Intimidators, get a good return out to the 31-yard line.
First and 10 from the Intimidator, 32-yard.
Back to throw Kevin Walker on 1st and 10. He's going to go deep down the field. Narrowly intercepted. Man, New York's defense, that one. Marco Silva gets a hand in, but an interception would have been monstrous there. Silva can't come up with it. Marco Silva this year, 7 passes defended, only 1 interception. Isaac Holt has gotten all the interceptions and taken advantage of them this year. Silva, 4 interceptions each of his first 2 seasons. And he'll come up well short of that this year. Second down and 10. Delayed handoff, Zach Parker. And New York's defense catches up with him. That's Bobby Law on the tackle. A 2-yard gain. It's 3rd and 8. Just like that, New York one play away of getting the ball back to their offense. Five wide receivers empty. Backfield! Kevin Walker shook off a sack, throws it deep, and it's tipped up in the air, and it's incomplete. Man, Kevin Walker pulled a Houdini, nearly completed a monstrous pass down the field. New York secondary comes up big. They didn't lose their heads, and the Knights can tie the game on the next possession. I mean, the Knights had a lineman come in flying at Kevin Walker, and he somehow avoided that sack as Orlando kicks it away. Fair catch called for at the 33-yard line. Kevin Walker has been sacked a league low 8 times in 6 games coming in. He is a tough man to bring down. West St. Clair has been sacked 10 times. That is second least in the league. Both of these offensive lines have been solid all season, although New York has put pressure on Walker on 3rd down in this game. Parkeet Scholl picks up 8, first down to the gain of 8 to the 41, and Heath Scholl for the second time this season is over 200 yards. And if you're keeping track of the math at home, folks, that is 1,213 yards, which is coming up on Pete Bruschi and could potentially drop Pete Bruschi down to 3rd in the league in rushing, although Bruschi has one more game left. 2 receivers set with Heath Scholl in the backfield. Orlando showing blitz, and they come with it partially, and New York picks up a couple more. It'll be 3rd and 1 of the 42. What a shocker. Stephen Lambert there to make the tackle. It is not the first time we have seen Stephen Lambert take over a game. Coming into the week, Sebastian Brock had 57 tackles. Stackhouse for Oklahoma City had 56. 3rd down and 1 of the 42, under 10 to go. They hand it off on a counter to Heath Scholl. He is dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 2, 4th and 3, and it won't be this possession that New York comes back to tie it. They'll have to punt it away. Just got caught behind his lineman. Heath Scholl just couldn't make the play.
Let's mark the punt. Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
9:20 to go in the 4th quarter, and that return gets to the 23-yard line, and New York's defense needs another stop.
First and 10 from the Intimidator, 24 yards.
Kevin Walker back to pass. Gonna dump it short to start the drive. Spin move by Zach Parker. Picks up 8 in the end. And there are the quarterback numbers. West St. Clair's interception cost New York 3 points, and both quarterbacks are nearing 200 passing yards. I'm surprised it's not more.
2nd and 2. Ball at the 33-yard line.
2 receivers in the backfield, 2 running backs. 4-3 setup for New York. All 11 defenders on the screen. And they're going to throw it short. Lorenzo Allen adjusts to the football, and Orlando picks up a first down. Clock stops with 8:41 to go to the Orlando 34-yard line.
First and 10 from the Intimidator, 34
Two receivers. Allen bottom of the screen, Gunner top of the screen. Handoff on a counter to Zach Parker. No gain. Man on the stop, Bobby Law. Who stepped up a couple of times to put down Parker in the second half. Orlando 27, New York 20. Trips to the left. Walker out of the shotgun, back to throw. Walker swings it outside, has Parker wide open, trying to get to the sticks. He will spin and then get popped and put in the air. And Zach Parker is hurt. He was hurt on the last play. Zach Parker goes down. He flew into the air. Here's the replay. Who laid the hit? The hit was Marco Silva. And watch Zach Parker fly. He was hit on, looked like the left side of his body. 3rd down and 3 for Orlando at the 40 with Zach Parker on the bench. Three receivers and Kevin Walker in the shotgun. Walker will hand it off, and he went right into the New York blitz, a loss of 1. Boy, there was a huge lane. If that was Zach Parker, that would have been a 1st down. 4th down. And the Knights have new life. 7.5 to play. Trailing 27-20. Awaiting an update on Zach Parker's injury as Orlando kicks it away. From the 21, New York on the return, not much to the 24. Parkey Chol, 35 carries, 202 yards, 5.8 yards a carry. How much does he have left in the tank? Two receiver set, handoff to H.O. H.O.'s got some space right inside. H.O. 40, H.O. 50, the Dynamo to the 37, 1st down, New York. The tide is turning for the Knights since Zach Parker's injury. And Parkecho, look at the giant hole to run through. As the 7th ranked run defense gives up another big play. Heachol now over 250 rushing yards. 6:50 remaining, plenty of time. 1st down at the Orlando 37. The 36th carry of the night for Parkecho as Wes St. Clair is calling out signals. What is it about Orlando getting hurt when they come to New York? Heachol on a counter, his 37th carry, picks up 3 to the 34, and the clock continues to wind. Lambert on the tackle, my goodness. Stephen Lambert could set the record. The record, by the way, for most tackles in a game. I believe Zach Alphage last year late had 18. I'm double checking to confirm. 3 wide receivers. The handoff goes to H.O. 38th carry. Tackle picks up 4. 17 tackles is the record from Alphage. Boy, Parkey Chol, this guy's got a motor. Donald Miller, 6 catches, 61 yards on 6 targets tonight. He's been a bit quiet recently. 3rd down and 3, New York's in field goal range, but that's not what they want. Handoff, Heacho again, and he's 1 yard short. Stephen Lambert again. And now, if you're New York, what do? 4th and 1 at the 29. They're gonna go for it. 3 running backs in the backfield, a 4-3 look. Miller all alone at the top of the screen. Down to 13 on the play clock. They may just be trying to get New York or Orlando rather, to jump offside. That appears to be the strategy. Orlando is holding firm, and New York will burn a timeout. And that eventually could cost them if they still trail in this game. Coach Blake may have wanted St. Clair to just snap the ball and go. And the field goal will be from 45 yards away. Definitely not a gimme. Still no word on Zach Parker's condition. Low snap. The kick is on its way. And he made it. Drilled in between the uprights, Kevin Epstein. And it's 27-23. New York inches closer and now can win it with a touchdown. They have not had the lead tonight. Are you kidding me? New York is going to onside kick with 4:53 to go. We have seen some gutsy attempts, but none more gutsy than this. The ball is returned, but Orlando breaks a tackle to the 20-yard line. And that plan for New York backfires severely as Orlando returns the onside kick 17 yards. This is the same situation. New York onside kicked way too early against Baltimore last week. And they've done the same thing here, and it backfires once again. And a touchdown could give it a 2-possession game, but Zach Parker is still out. Bobby Law on the tackle. If Zach Parker's still out of the game, why not just play defense? Unbelievable. Parker is still out. When is Orlando just going to abandon the run here? 2nd and 11 at the 22. They're going to run it again. Draw play, no gain. Bobby Law now 8 tackles. 3rd down and 11, and New York may still get an opportunity to tie the game with a touchdown with plenty of time on the clock. Third down and 11 at the 21. They hand it off again, and he's stopped for a loss of 2. Weird offense out of Orlando. 3 straight runs with a backup running back. Zach Parker still hurt, still no diagnosis, and Orlando will kick a 40-yard field goal. I think the strategy for Orlando there, because Franklin Reese is automatic, is they wanted to run a lot of clock, but if you're not going to get a first down, what's it matter? New York catches a break right there. 3:08 to go in the 4th. This kick is from 39 yards away. They run the play clock all the way down to 3. The kick is good. And it's 30-23, another 7-point advantage. And Orlando fans just praying that no diagnosis on Zach Parker comes up. Owners have been a bit lucky this year with injuries. This has been a wild finish, a strange one at that. But Orlando leaves 3:03 on the clock for New York to go down the field and score as the Knights return past the 25 to the 27-yard line. Holloway on the return. Is New York about to drop another close game? And I don't think that they would kick a field goal at this point. And I mean, you kick a field goal, you give yourself an extra possession, possibly with the onside kick. You hope you play defense and reset the possession. But on 4th and 1, you wonder why you just don't go. Zach Parker's injury status comes up on the screen. It is blocked by the statistics. Now what do we do with that? 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 6. Ball at the 31-yard line.
That's never happened before. In terms of a star getting hurt. 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line. There has been a status, however, confirmed. St. Clair down the field. There is a penalty marker. And the rule is, if an injury is not brought up, this is going to be interference.
Pass interference. Number 57.
If the injury is not brought up, then the injured player would come back for the next week. But since it came up, we will take a look at that at the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 at the New York 45.
First and 10. Ball at the 46-yard line.
First down to the 45, 2:51 to go in the 4th quarter. And West St. Clair swings it outside. Parkeet Scholl lost 2 yards. Couldn't make the play in bounds. New York at their own 43 as Orlando nervously tries to hold on for the number 2 seed, but the condition of Zach Parker, priority number 1 for them right now. And this is a big loss for Orlando if he's out for any sort of significant time. Grand Rapids coming into town needs a win to get in the playoffs, as that pass is incomplete and out of bounds. Third and 12. Right now, New York has to focus on moving the chains. Their offense stalling out a bit. I can't remember the last time a game ended with this much drama in terms of on-field decisions and off-the-field injuries and storylines building as St. Clair swings it out. 3rd down at 12. H. Hall, but what a block on the outside! H. Hall, first down to the Orlando 42. He does it again! And it looked like he might have gotten pulled by the face mask. No flag is called. What a block on the outside. Heath Scholl somehow kept his balance past the sticks. First down to the 42, 2:36 to go. Three wide receivers, 2 in the backfield at the Orlando 42. 4-2-5 look out of the Intimidators. St. Clair, all kinds of time, steps up the pocket, goes down the field, it's tipped away and intercepted. Stephen Lambert almost had a cherry on top to his evening. A near record-setting night for Lambert. It's 2nd down and 10 for New York at the Orlando 42.
2nd and 10.
I formation, 2 receivers. St. Clair, swing out to H. Hall. H. Hall only 2 yards. 3rd and 8 of the 42, 20 and counting, no huddle, New York. St. Clair back to pass. St. Clair, pressure in his face, wobbly throw, it's tipped and incomplete. And I think New York has to go for it here. With 2 timeouts, you can't punt it away. You're outside of field goal range. This could be the ball game right here. Although if Zach Parker is not coming back into this football game, they still could have a shot. 3 wide receivers, 4th and 8. St. Clair to throw. St. Clair down the field. Caught at the 25. Brooks Studwell in the clutch again. 2-minute warning. This is unbelievable. Night Radio will return in a moment. Zach Parker is done for the year. Fractured arm. And New York just converted another 4th down this season. A perfect 4 for 4 on the year, which is best in the league. 2 minutes to go, trying to force overtime. 1st and 10 of the 25. St. Clair back to throw. Hennessy through. Each in the open field is going to be tackled to the line of scrimmage. 10 catches now. And Orlando has taken a significant playoff hit. And Grand Rapids is the team that could benefit the most. 1:38 to go, 2nd and 10. New York doesn't seem to be in a bit of a hurry, but they don't want to give Orlando the football back. Kevin Walker could still win the game for them. 2 receivers set, 2 runners in the backfield. Blitz comes, pass is caught. Studwell fell over. 3rd and 3 at the 18. 1:18 to go, 2 timeouts. New York, the #1 red zone offense. 65% touchdowns coming into the game. 11 touchdowns on 17 red zone trips. 1:02 to go. 3-4 look. Handoff on a counter. H.O. He's still going. H.O. did not get it. It's a 4th down again. If Orlando, they're trying to hang on to at least get in the playoffs. Because a win tonight clinches home field against New York. Without Zach Parker, though, it's 4th and inches at the 15. New York is perfect on 4th down this year. Another conversion. St. Clair will throw. St. Clair's pass is incomplete. Incomplete. And Orlando is going to the playoffs. Unbelievable. Just simply unbelievable. New York will drop their 3rd straight game and will travel to Orlando in the 1st round minus Zach Parker. I believe I have to check the scenarios. Kneel down. New York takes a timeout, but that's going to do it. And New York Knight owner Eric Barkley wanted a review of that spot on Heath Shoal. That could have been a 1st down. No review came. With Orlando's victory, it is 100% certain that Orlando will host New York in the 1st round next week. And Grand Rapids still has a shot at the playoffs. Actually, a 25% chance at the playoffs. They have to win. San Francisco has to lose. And Grand Rapids can get in as that 4 seed and challenge Baltimore. The drama is real, absolutely. As Orlando wins, but loses Zach Parker with a fractured arm, a brutal hit from Marco Silva, and New York will look to pull the upset in Orlando next week.
Still ticks on. Another 40 seconds will roll off the clock here.
With that, let's look back at some of the plays that made the difference in this one. That was an exciting game. So let's not waste any time in getting to the highlights in our post-game show. Let's get started in this one early in the third quarter. Number 9 connected with his man on this one. A 26-yard play that set up a visitor's touchdown. After driving 53 yards on 7 plays, number 86 is summoned for the field goal attempt. Good snap, good spot, good kick. Hey, 3 points. The Intimidators connect on their second field goal. Towards the end of the third quarter, the Knights losing by 10. Number 3 would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. They climb back into the game, now down by 7. The Knights have it again. Number 33 is going to show a little athleticism here as he finds an opening and then he's off to the race. That set up a 46-yard field goal. The Knights down 27-23. After driving 23 yards on 3 plays, number 86 would come on and connect on the field goal try. A 40-yard field goal. Still late in the fourth quarter, the Knights on offense at the 41. Number 3 went up top on 4th down as they decide to go for it, and it turns out to be the right call. Unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize on the big play, and they turned the ball over on downs. And that's where we'll have to leave this one. The Intimidators squeaked out a win, 30-23. Let's take a moment to recognize the 2K Sports Player of the Game.
Number 35 proved once again why he's one of the best. Well, they put the game on his legs, Dan, and he managed to find his way through holes big and small all game en route to a big rushing performance. And that performance led his team to victory.
For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
Yet another close loss for New York tonight, and we want to go back and take a look at that play, that spot of the ball on Hee Chol's run. Whether or not he was short of the first down, again, just could not squeeze that hole. And man, it's so hard to tell. Might have to go above here. Boy, it looks like Hee Chol right there has the football on the line, or at least, I guess he needed the 25, the actual yard line. Very difficult to tell if the ball is actually across the line. Gatlin ended up making the tackle. Man, super close. Tough for the officials. And again, let's take a look at the hit on Zach Parker to see exactly what happened. He fractured his arm. Tyler Pittman came in and did absolutely nothing. Silva made the hit. We want to see exactly what happened here to Zach Parker. He spins right into, well, he spun off this tackle, and then here's the hit from Silva. He just smacked that arm and threw Zach Parker down. And 30-23, Orlando gets the victory. Razor thin, but Zach Parker with a fractured arm is out 11 weeks, by the way. That's why we were looking at that replay. So Orlando clinches a playoff spot, but will be without their running back, who has been their running back over the last 3 seasons. Orlando is outgained by New York 481 to 327, almost had nearly twice as many first downs, and New York 228 yards of offense on either side of the ball at least loses this game. 50% on third down. Orlando was only 3 for 13. It's amazing that Orlando even won this football game. They were even in the red zone good as well, and that's where it comes up. New York, the number 1 red zone offense in the league this year, only 2 field goals on 3 attempts. And just heartbreaking for New York, who does get in the playoffs as the number 3 seed, but cannot feel good about this, the way this season ended with 3 losses, all by 7 points or less. But at the same time, going to Orlando minus Zach Parker, New York still has a legitimate chance to make it to the SFL championship game against either Baltimore or Kahlua / Grand Rapids / San Francisco, which will all be decided in the final week of the season. You won't want to miss it. Kevin Walker outplays West St. Clair tonight, 20 for 29, 205 yards, 1 touchdown, did not throw an interception. St. Clair, however, was not sacked. Parkey Chol, 41 carries, 253 yards and a score. Zach Parker, 19 carries, 129 yards, 2 touchdowns before his injury. Parkey Chol had 10 grabs for 51 yards. Parker, 6 for 38. Miller, 6 for 61 and a score. Allen, 5 for 75 and a score. Thomas Gunner, 4 for 52. Studwell, 4 for 51, including a clutch play on third down. And defensively, Stephen Lambert ties the record for tackles in a game. 17, 2 assisted, 1 pass defended, 3 tackles for loss. Bobby Law had 8 tackles, Parchman with 7 and 3 assisted, DJ McCoo with 6, but none in the second half. Marco Silva with 5 tackles, 3 assisted, 3 passes defended. On the evening, Orlando's kicker was 3 for 3, Franklin Reese. 30-23, the biggest story of the